We have to live on with that. We have to live on with the fact that things may never be the same. Things may never be the same again, ever in our life. What's good, y'all? Welcome back to Janae Royalty. Thank you for clicking this video. A lot is going on right now, and I wanted to make this video to basically express my unpopular opinions. I wanted to start off with fear. How I feel about it, I feel that in this physical realm, I'm a Taurus. I'm an earth sign. We live on the earth. So maybe you might want to pay attention to what I have to say. I'm also a Virgo moon. Virgo is also an earth sign. And then I'm a Cancer rising, which is water. And earth is composed of 70% water. But this is the earth physical realm that we live in. So you might want to pay attention to me. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe not. I speak legit off of my intuition. I do little research, but I like to stick to my spiritual intuition because I know a lot of times that's what really guides me in conversation, because I'm not egotistical. I'm none of that. I function off of spirituality and connecting with other individuals and their soul connection. So that's how I vibe off of. So basically I thrive off of intellect, also physical stimulation, and emotional stimulation. That's basically what I thrive off of because of my Taurus sun, my Virgo moon, and my Cancer rising. I'm constantly needing that emotional, I'm needing that mental, and I'm needing that physical. Like, it's a constant thing. But we're going to get into fear. Fear is a whole topic you can have a conversation with someone for hours, okay? But just for the sake of this video, I want to make it short. So I just feel like if you're fearful of things, face your fear. This is the time and the place to face your fears. I used to be fearful of a lot of things. Now, the only thing I could say I'm fearful of as of day to day is things that I'm not mentally available for. And I say that in the sense as, you know, we do live in a physical realm, but there's also spiritual realms, emotional realms. There's all types of realms that we dwell in and that we live in and that we thrive in. And so my whole perspective is just, you know, we have to do the best that we can to just better ourselves as much as we can, and to just keep thriving and keep being better and better individuals that we possibly can be, because the world is a constant change. And me being a sun in Taurus, I'm learning that I do not accept change very easily. I have to be adapted to it. I have to be accustomed to it. I have to get comfortable with it. But because so much has changed, like literally like 2 months ago, I was living in LA and, you know, doing my own thing and living my life, living on my own, to move back home. Thankfully, you know, before the whole quarantine situation, I literally was just moving back home because I wanted to change my environment. I wanted to better myself, my lifestyle, and everything like that. It just made sense to critique minor changes in my life. Everything that's happening right now, it's like the only thing that I really fear is the unknown. But I'm pretty sure everyone can relate to that. I wouldn't say that I have like a serious fear as far as everything that's going on, everything's happening. I'm more so willing to adapt to the change because there is a lot of change that's happening. I wouldn't say that I'm actually fearful of anything. The only thing that I fear is the unknown of people that I love and adore who are feeling this need, the sensation of, you know, what's the next step, what's the next move, or what's happening right now currently. What I could say for myself is I'm taking it moment by moment, you know. Before I used to take it day by day, step after step, but now I'm just taking it moment by moment. I'm just honestly enjoying every moment that I possibly have, because all these things are cherishable. Everything that we do is very cherishable, and we have to live on with that. We have to live on with the fact that things may never be the same. Things may never be the same again, ever in our life. And, you know, and it's like accepting that can be so difficult. It can be so difficult to accept that things will never be the same. Okay, and when I say that, like, I literally say that things can possibly never be the same again as once we once knew. Like, things can just change drastically. We're entering the age of Aquarius, where things that we've grown up, our parents have taught us, our grandparents, our great-grandparents have taught us things, and our school systems, our law enforcement have taught us these different things, and now it's like we question them. We question everything. I've always been the one to question everything, and in school, I've always gotten in trouble for that, for questioning authority, for questioning, you know, what was right and what was wrong, or what was okay. I always got, not necessarily in trouble, but like kind of a side eye, like, you sound crazy, or you don't know what you're talking about. But I knew what I was talking about. And especially now in these times, I'm very thankful for my inner self for coming out at those times. When I was in college 2 years ago, my senior year of college, I had a whole confrontation, a whole argument with my computer science teacher about how I don't believe that they really went to the moon. I mean, even if they did go to the moon, I'm not saying I don't believe that they went, nor am I saying that they haven't went or they did go. All I'm saying is that just be open-minded about your opinions and about your mindset and about where you store your energy, because that's the same teacher that argued with me that I was arguing about, Dr. Sabi, how his organic, natural herbals were healing people naturally through nature, through God's creation of manifestation in earth, in our plants, in our environment, in our surroundings, and the day-to-day people that we communicate with on a regular basis. You know, it's just things like that that make you question reality and question what we've been taught, what lies we've been conditioned to, all of the things. And so it just makes me really wonder, you know, who's really for the people? Who's really for the people? Because when you think about it, it's so much going on and happening, you don't really know the truth from the lie. Unless you really tap in with yourself, if you're really taking care of yourself. If you're over here being one of those people that just don't care what you're ingesting in your body, what you're putting in your body, because that's literally the DNA molecular structure that's going to put an impact into the universe. Eat healthy, you know, stay updated, stay in tune with yourself. A lot of people, you know, because it was so hard for me to be, like, to go vegetarian, but I eventually want to go raw vegan. I do consume a lot of vegan options, but, you know, they have, the government and whoever is on top has their hands on a lot of the things that we consume as human beings. So who knows what they put in, even in our healthy food. Who knows if, you know, it could be GMO, pesticides, you know, any inorganic components that they put into our food that we ingest that's supposed to be molecular constructive to our DNA system. It's like, you know, if you don't do your research, who really knows what they're putting in our food that we eat every day on a daily basis? You can eat strawberries, and those strawberries could contain all the bacteria, all the negative DNA, pesticides, GMO. You never know. And then you could consume a hot dog that's literally made from human flesh, meat, but it could be more sanitary and clean than the actual damn strawberries. So at that point, you're just stuck and confused, and you're like, well, I might as well just eat the strawberries because the meat, I mean, you might as well eat the meat because the strawberries is contaminated. And so that leaves you, you know, in a place where a lot of people are today, where they're just like, well, nothing's really healthy, so I don't care. But it's like, if you don't care and they don't care, but they don't care initially and then you don't care, how do you really expect to change if they clearly, obviously, evidently don't care about what we're consuming, about the negative benefits of what we're eating, ingesting in our bodies? How do we expect them to change something if we don't even care? So with that being said, you know, it's very wise to be conscious of what you're putting into your body. Okay. Now, as far as like, you want to know like the spirit that carries on with it. Okay. So I drink, y'all know I drink, but like, I'm going to drink some wine. I'm going to drink some alcohol, but I have to be watchful and very careful when I'm ingesting, but no one's perfect. We all have a balance. I'm not saying I'm a perfect human being. I'm definitely far from that. But what I'm saying is baby steps. Baby steps is the key goal, okay? You don't want to just wake up one day, I'm gonna stop drinking, I'm gonna stop smoking, I'm gonna stop eating, fast food, I'm gonna be vegetarian, I'm gonna stop eating meat. Those are all like realistic goals, but at the same time, they're not really like realistic for people who are just conditioned to their lifestyle and that are conditioned to the way that they live their everyday lives. You can't put that over people's head, because still I drink wine, I drink liquor, I drink alcohol. Sometimes I eat cheese, which is from the intestines of an animal, or who knows what they're putting in cheese. It could be human flesh, who knows? But until you literally grow your own food, like, let's just forget about meat. Until you literally grow your own food, you don't know what the heck they're putting in your food. So that just goes back to the whole trusting. You can't trust everything that says, oh, it's healthy. It's healthy, but it has aborted fetuses. It has 139 GMO products substituted into it. And it also has a whole bunch of sugars, no protein, or at least the protein is probably like 3% compared to what you would get out of eating a vegetable or fruit, or, some other organic product. So you just have to think about all these things, because the food we ingest, and trust me, I'm a Taurus, okay? I love to eat. I say this in every video, if you haven't known. I love to eat, so I want to know what I'm consuming in my body, especially now more than ever, because I am in an awakening. It's an awakening moment. It's an awakening moment for all of us, and we just need to seriously wake up and take care of one another in this desperate time of need of self-love, self-care, just educational, informative things that we could possibly do to just shed light to people and to just let people know what's really going on behind the scenes. And I feel like that will really awaken a lot of more people than what's already taking place, as to awaken them now as we speak.